Welcome to Get Real with Eddie, the show that dives into local, regional, and national real estate, the largest creator of millionaires, and the key to building generational wealth. Hosted by Eddie Rudiger, designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie is here to share expert insights and strategies to help you unlock the power of real estate. Now, let's grow in real estate with Eddie Rudiger.
And it's time to talk some real estate here at WJOL. And of course, in the studio with me is Nancy Valley from Exit Real Estate Specialists. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, been busy. We've got new agents in the office, new things coming. So, yeah, it's been busy.
It's been very busy.
Yes.
A great summer so far.
Yes. So, I want to get into, we kind of started touching on some of the stuff with the pricing last week. And we're not seeing it in our market, but we are seeing it in other markets. Your house didn't sell. What to do now? So most agents won't tell you over 70% of homeowners who relist with a different agent sell their house. Most of that's because you didn't drop the price to what the first agent told you. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
And they drop it with the second agent. Well, you were. Oh, yeah. They never. No, you were told.
Well, or they do things that were suggested previously to handle, to take care of on the property.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get it. A lot of times, things. You're most likely to sell your house if you relist with a different agent. 71.2%. I can't read. Sold with a different agent. 51.7 sold after relisting with the same agent. Okay, so there's a discrepancy from Red X there.
Yeah, that's kind of...
How can you have 71.2 sell when relisting with a different agent, but 51 sold, but that doesn't add to the same piece. That's a bigger piece of pie than 100%.
Yeah. That's... Yeah.
1 in 3 homeowners with expired listings actually make the change. And that makes sense. I get it. And don't get me wrong, there are some that, okay, maybe for whatever reason they didn't make the recommendation on the price change, or didn't tell you to get rid of the dog smell, or didn't tell you to do whatever needed to be done.
Yeah.
So.
Or your communication styles just did not align, and it was very difficult to,
It happens. It does happen. It does happen. So, let's break down what might have gone wrong. 1, obviously, it was priced too high. Today, home buyers are feeling the squeeze of higher mortgage rates, so even a slight overprice will look different than before in years past.
Yes.
So, missing the mark on the price. What to do?
Preach.
We need to analyze the latest sales in your area to make sure you're hitting the right number. This includes taking a hard look at real-time buyer behavior and any feedback you've got from open houses or showings your first time around. Pricing at or just even below current market value is a winning play because it drives more buyers to the listing and that amps up the competition. You want them competing for your property.
Yes.
It didn't show well. You only get one shot to make a first impression. If the listing photos don't pop, the house wasn't staged well, or if it wasn't updated, most buyers will skip over it without ever scheduling a showing. And even if buyers do show up, small things like scuffs in walls, outdated light fixtures, or a wobbly doorknob can turn them away.
Closet doors. Wobbly closet doors.
Oh my, all the time. Or they're not even on.
So easy. Oh, yeah. So easy to fix.
Not even on.
So easy to fix. Those are the kinds of... Chartreuse green bedroom. Please paint it. please paint it a nice neutral color.
Did it get the right exposure? Chances are it wasn't getting visibly, and it deserved it. Generic flyers and a few online photos aren't enough. Today's top agents are using highly targeted digital marketing, social media strategies, custom video content, and more to get listings out in front of the buyers at the right time. You have to do more to put the houses online and hope it sells. Together we can come up with a real plan that maximizes exposure and puts the right property in front of the right individuals.
Yes. And you should have layered marketing,
Yeah.
not just online, not just running an ad in the newspaper, but multiple layers and facets to your marketing.
Yeah. So, were you willing to negotiate? That I think you've got to be able to negotiate.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, this is going to be the hard part for some of these agents out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's needs to be a lot of training when it comes to negotiations and how to negotiate and what to negotiate.
It's been a while. It's been a while since people really had to negotiate.
I know, I'm having fun. How about
I know,
you?
me too. I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a fun one.
You can tell you were trained by me, because it's like, this is when we just like, oh, I get to actually do my job.
Yeah.
I get to negotiate? What? And meanwhile, you can hear them like, on the other end of the line. It's like, no, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. So, being willing to meet buyers where they are. The goal is to get the deal done, and sometimes that means getting creative to help buyers cross the finish line. Home values have increased by over 55% over the last 5 years. So likely have enough wiggle room to offer some perks without sacrificing your bottom line. All right, I don't like the way they wrote that sentence, because you shouldn't have wiggle room. You should price it based on the market value.
Yes.
So 70% of homeowners who switch agents sell their house after relisting it. It's not coincidental. No, it's because they actually lowered the price. Oh, I'm sorry. Bidder table of two. They would have lowered the price with the first agent. They would have got the house sold. I don't know how many times I've had somebody turn around and say, no, I'm not going under this. And then they relist with another agent.
And they go under.
And they're under the price they told me they would never go under.
Yep. Because somebody else told them. Yeah.
So,
Sometimes people just need to hear from a different voice.
Yep, I get it. So with that, why are more sellers choosing to move even with today's rates? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to imagine people want to move when they're at a 3% rate. While low rate might be ideal, it does not make up being too cramped, having a staircase with your knees that can't handle going up and down them anymore, or being thousands of miles away from family members. It's that simple. Life can go on pause short term, but short term for us as humans is about 2 years.
Yeah.
Financially, short term is 5 years. We can't do that. This is an emotional decision.
Well, and sometimes it's a very practical decision. I just spoke with someone who's looking at selling now because they've just had their 5th child, and they are out of room.
Yeah.
Just straight up out of room. There's no more. They're,
And
the little old lady that lives in the shoe.
I mean, absolutely. And it'd be a miracle if they could figure out what keeps causing these kids to come into existence. But we just don't know what happens there. So because of that,
I got nothing.
They got 5 kids now.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they're a lovely family.
Oh, I think they've got to be amazing. They got to be. My little guy, I think, would have been a great, great big brother.
There you go.
And so, I mean, and he's just, I see him with his nephews because he's the oldest, and he is so good with them.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, and my sister's oldest is like 5, so there's like 2.5,
Couple
3
of years, yeah.
And he's just, he wants to be rough and tough and a beastly with Eddie.
Yeah.
And Eddie literally can pick him up, has picked him up and carried him.
Yeah.
And yet he's so gentle with him. And he's the 2.5-year-old, all right?
Yeah.
All right? He's even more delicate with that one. It just amazes me.
That's great.
On how...
Because you know what? They're all going to be buddies
Oh, yeah. Oh,
for
yeah.
a lifetime.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
great.
Exactly. So, the biggest reasons people move right now, all right, from a survey from Realtor.com, 46%
Mm-hmm.
are moving, looking for a different community. They want a different area, a different community. 36%, they're looking to take profit.
Okay.
They want profit. 34% need more space. 25% need to downsize. 21% potential buyers have shown a lot of interest for my home. So they have somebody looking at their house, so now they need to go. 21, they need to move for family. 18, life event, marriage, kids, divorce, etc. 15% is the need to move from work. Return to office, new job, whatever it may be. So these are the top reasons why you have people moving. And you notice the personal issues are higher than the standard aspects. Okay, so what are the standard aspects? Life events, marriage, kids, divorce, a new job, got to get back in the office. Those are events that are always there, always holding. And that's been the market for like the last 2 years. That's that's been buying, in my view. But now we're starting to get into, I need more space. I need less space. I'm looking for a different community. Those personal reasons are
I call
now.
those voluntary moves. I don't know.
That's a good way to look at it. Absolutely. It's a they're making a choice to move. Where, let's be honest, if your kids, marriage, divorce, life's throwing you a curveball. You don't necessarily have a choice.
Right.
So, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's really kind of the voluntary versus involuntary. And I don't know if I'd call it involuntary. I would call it a necessary move.
Unnecessary, not not involuntary, but a necessary move. If you're divorcing, if there was a death, if there was, those kinds of things that are kind of out of your control kind of move.
Yeah. But
it's kind of putting you in a position that you really need to move, or medical.
Yeah.
A health issue.
And we've seen the rates come down a little bit. We're under 7, as of June 17th. So the mortgage rates projected to come down slightly. 2025 end of year fixed mortgage rate these were projections. Okay?
Yeah.
Redfin had it for 6.17. They had it at projecting 6.8. National Association of Home Bankers was 6.62. Mortgage Bankers Association 6.6. Wells Fargo 6.55. And Fannie Mae was 6.1, giving you an average of 6.53.
Yeah, there are a lot of folks, a lot of lenders I talk to, too, that even though we're holding steady, the Fed just said they're going to just hold steady right now, and everybody's kind of cautious. They are looking at a long-term end-of-year dip down closer to 6.
I don't know if we're going to get a Fed rate cut this year, actually. I think the Fed...
I don't know. I think they're going to hold steady.
I think they're going to hold steady. I think we're going to see, I'm hearing talks of 4 cuts next year and nothing this year. And I think that, I don't know if we'll get 4 cuts next year. It'll be interesting to see where we're at.
Yeah. I don't even know at this point how they're coming up with 4 cuts, because they said this year we were going to have 3 or 4 cuts and we have had nothing. So...
Well, and what confused me... Jerome Powell came out and said, we are not doing a Fed, we're keeping it open. They left the option open, but we're not doing a Fed cut. But then the next breath out of his mouth says, oh yeah, GDP for second quarter will be 1.2. Or it was like 1.3. It was a really under 2% number.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if the GDP is going to be that under 2%, Why are you not doing a Fed cut to stimulate growth?
Well, and what else is going on? It's not just, where are we at in general with all the other factors? That's,
I mean,
at that point.
Yeah, so unemployment's been holding pretty strong. I mean, I think we're around 4-ish on unemployment, because that's the other aspect. The Fed is tasked with two jobs that contradict each other. They're supposed to keep employment good, but inflation low. Well, sometimes those things don't go in.
Yeah, agree. Sometimes one or the other is sacrificed. Yes.
So, I mean, it's just a weird scenario and a weird job that they've been tasked with. An economy as ginormous as the U.S.'s economy is makes it even that much more difficult. No, I agree. I completely agree. So one of the things out there, though, keep in mind that could help you is down payment assistance. Mm-hmm. And down payment. So what do you need to know about, first off, down payment? So, Eddie, for a down payment, do you need 20% down? No, you do not need 20% down. As a matter of fact, the average down payment for most first-time home buyers is 9%. All right? Everybody thinks it's 20% down for a first-time home buyer. The average amount they put down is 9%. And with that being said, you have programs such as FHA that is a 3.5% down. You have USDA loans that are 0 down. You have VA loans that are 0 down. So there are low payment options for down payment. You have conventional loans that are 3% down.
Yeah, I was just going to say 3%. It's a little bit higher interest rate, but 3% down, and then you get in the house and refi because you want the cash up front. There are programs that can help you with your down payment. First-time home buyers that qualify down payment assistance are about 80%. 80% qualify for down payment assistance. Only 13% of first-time home buyers actually take advantage of the down payment assistance. That just kills me. Like, why don't you take advantage of each and every penny you can? We had a bank stop at the office last week, and they dropped off the flyers. It's going to come up in our office meeting later today. And the bank turned around and said that they have down payment assistance with 0 recapture. Mm-hmm. So in normal down payment assistance, they give you, for easy math, we're going to say it's $5,000. Yeah. And there's a 5-year recapture. So that means that the loan pays itself off 1 year at a time. Mm-hmm. So if you move out 2.5 years in, you have to pay out back $2,500 of the $5,000. You have to pay off half. You moved out exactly in the halfway point. Yeah. If you move out 3 years, in 3 years in, you only have to pay up $2,500 because you were there 3 out of the 5 years. Yeah. Okay? This has no recapture. You could buy it down payment and then move out the next day. Oh, I've seen a couple of programs like that. And yeah, so that is huge. Yeah. I mean, so the average program provides a benefit of $17,000 in down payment assistance. So there are options. There are avenues out there. All right? And don't forget. Good chunks of dough. Go ahead. Nope. Downpaymentresource.com is there and available for you. We have a link on, if you go to Exit Real Estate Specialist, there is a link to that webpage. Mm-hmm. At least I believe I got it up. I'll have to go back and double check that again. Yeah, no, double check. So, but yeah, there is a link out to downpaymentresource.com. So, double check. I'll double check that, or you remind me to double check that later, and we'll get that up there because that's huge. Mm-hmm. So let me see if I can add it to the Get Real page too. See if I can get it on there. Oh yeah. So that'd be good. Yeah. Yeah. It truly amazes me. All right. We did Plainfield last week.
what do I want to do? Have we done Shorewood in a while?
No, I don't think we have.
Let's look at Shorewood.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Good
dun.
old Shorewood.
All right, so looking at Shorewood, the median sales price is $371,000. That's up 6.9%, while the average is $381,894, up 0.7% year over year. And look at Shorewood. Since about June of last year into July, it's been just pretty much flat at 380,000.
Yeah.
So that is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Average sales price has been pretty much flat. So median sales price kind of went flat also at around 370 back in December.
Shorewood has a history, though. If you look at Shorewood, they stay pretty. They don't have a lot of peaks or a lot of valleys. They stay pretty flat.
Well, it's been going up.
Generally speaking, little by little, it goes up. It always appreciates, but it's not a big. They don't go crazy one way or the other.
They've had some pretty good jumps since. The lowest what they were at in the last couple of years was September 2023, and it's going up. It was 310 back in September 2023.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not going up. I'm saying it's very gradual. It's very
but it's going up pretty good since that in the last year, since 2023. So, original list price on the median is $399,000, up 6.4%. The average is $403,633, up 2.3%. Your market time in Shorewood on the median is 15 days, up 36.4%, while the average is 33 days, up 13.8%. Showings on the median is 9 days, no change since last year. So on showings to contract, you're basically 9 showings to the contract. Your average showings to contract is also 9. Oh, no, wait, hold on. There we go. Is 12. That's up 9.1. So we're seeing an increase in showings to contract, while showings per listing is down 1.5%. It is at 6.7 showings per listing. The ultimate number, in my opinion, is month supply, and that is on a downward trend in Shorewood. Mm-hmm. It's flat from last year. But when you look at the last previous months, it was up to 1.3 months in February. It is down to 1.1 months in May of this year. So they are the month supply has ticked down in Shorewood.
Yeah.
So the numbers look pretty solid. I'm just really surprised on that. It's kind of just flattened out on that price increase on the average for the last couple months. Nothing major, nothing really jumping. Homes for sale, I always like to see that. 25 units available at the end of May. That's a 25% increase on that. And closed sales is up 30.8%. So the new inventory is coming in, but it's definitely getting absorbed. There's no doubt about it, and you're seeing that reflected. And I don't know if there's a lot of new construction going on really right now in Shorewood. Nothing that I can think off the top of my head. I'm sure there's some stuff.
Yeah, but not like anything major.
No, I don't think there's anything major. So, all right, let's hit a break. When we get back after the break, let's talk about downsizing. So keep it here with Get
Are
Real.
you a real estate agent ready to take your career to the next level? Tired of feeling like just another number in the office? It's time to join a brokerage that's invested in you. Exit Real Estate Specialist. At Exit, we don't just offer a desk, we offer growth, mentorship, and the tools you need to build lasting success. Led by Eddie Rudiger, designated managing broker, we focus on helping agents create generational wealth, not just close deals. Imagine having the support of cutting-edge technology, top-tier training, and a culture where your success is celebrated. Plus, with Exit's unique residual income opportunities, you're not just earning commissions, you're building your future. Ready to grow? Ready to thrive? Join Exit Real Estate Specialist today. Call Eddie Rudiger directly at 815-823-5478 or visit www.exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Your future in real estate starts here.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
It's Eddie Rudiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Thinking about selling your home? Don't just list it, leverage it with Eddie Rudiger, designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie puts powerful marketing strategy behind every sale, featuring professional photography, detailed floor plans, immersive 3D virtual tours, and dynamic video walkthroughs that make your home stand out. With targeting online campaigns, social media exposure, and proven strategies, Eddie attracts serious buyers to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. Plus, you'll always be in the loop with clear, constant communication. Ready to sell with confidence? Call Eddie Rudiger at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com. Eddie Rudiger, Strategic Marketing. Stand out results. 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com today.
Doing everything for you except the moving, and be glad. It's Get Real with Eddie.
So you might have enough equity to downsize in your house to go to cash buyer. All right, just throwing that out there. Mm-hmm. You might not need to worry about interest rates. All right, since the pandemic, all right, boomer overall wealth increased by $486,000 per household.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Half of which is due to house price appreciation. Freddie Mac. So the house appreciation. And, you know, based on the taxing, you might want to look at what your appreciation aspects are.
Yeah.
Because if you're near that $500,000, you may want to sell and buy so you don't have to pay capital gains.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or cross your fingers that gets fixed.
or that gets fixed. I think it'll get fixed.
Oh,
I really
I'm pretty
do.
sure it'll get fixed.
I mean,
hopefully sooner rather than later. I mean, it's on the radar definitely. So
today's equity creates a record number of all cash buyers. All right. So looking at the all cash aspects, between 2003 and 2024. So going back to 2003, there was about 7% cash buyers. When 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, all right, you hit 2011, 13%, it jumps. And then it's 13, 12, 12, 14, it jumped in 15, all right, into 14% cash buyers. 16, 17, 18, 19 were all 12% were cash buyers, all right. 2021, 13%. 2022, we jumped to 22% cash buyers, 20%, and then 20%, your head's in my way.
My head?
Yeah, because that's where I got
Are you calling me a big head?
No, that's where the camera is sitting.
Okay, just
for
checking.
26% cash buyers in 2024. So, your offer's more appealing. Benefits of buying in cash, it's just more appealing. You have the potential to close the deal faster. We don't have to wait for a mortgage. All right?
Yep.
And then you don't have a monthly mortgage payment.
Oh.
I mean, so there are some huge...
And if you don't have a mortgage, you don't have to have an appraisal.
Don't have to have an appraisal. Many downsizers don't need a mortgage. So if you're downsizing, promising them a better way of life with no mortgage, no rent, lower home ownership, outgoings, and usually a gap between the sale and purchase price that provides a handy lump sum. It's huge.
Huge. Bigly.
I mean, it's honestly, it can be very, very huge. In looking at what's out there and everything along those lines. So, to find out how much equity you have, contact your local realtor.
Yes.
So,
happy to run those comps.
Yeah,
People are shocked at what their homes are worth these days.
Oh yeah, I don't think, I don't know why. We have so many CRM systems that I've talked to. All of them want to send out that data monthly.
No.
And I keep telling them.
No.
That, and granted, these are all automated values. So they're not 100% accurate.
No.
But they don't need to go out monthly. Do it quarterly. Do it semi-annually.
Or do it on their house anniversary. You check your other investments annually.
I don't. I check them quarterly.
Well, we check quarterly because we get our quarterly statements.
Yeah, I check everything quarterly.
Your house, unless you're getting ready to move, annual is plenty.
Yeah, I think you should still look at it quarterly. You should know what's going on because annually, at least semi-annually.
If you're going to do some renovations, if you're going to move, then I think.
No, my reason I would say at least semi-annually, it could be quarterly, but at least twice a year, is that if there is a major jump in your value or in your situation and you're not aware of it, you could be underinsured. And that's why I would say, you want to make sure you're insured and you want to make sure you're covered and you want to make sure you have those figures at least twice a year. Now, I think once a year is a little, there's not going to be a huge jump.
I was going to say, but to get a huge jump, if things are going to have to really be popping in your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Think about it. In the last 2 years, we were seeing 20%, increases. Now we're seeing 5 or 6%. So maybe going back to the annually, but I still think you should have that knowledge at all times of the value of your property. And that's why you really, really want to have that.
I might go semi-annually, but unless there's things popping,
Maybe. Speaking of something popping.
Yes.
You have a new listing.
I do have a new listing. It is 306 Hillside Place in North Aurora. It is a 1954 mid-century modern beaut. It has an addition that was put on, family room and master addition that was put on in 1978. So it's just under 2,000 square feet. It's got skylights that were replaced in 2022, so newer skylights. It's got vaulted ceilings, 2 fireplaces, master bath, suite, bed suite with 2 other bedrooms that are set apart from the master, so there's a little more privacy in the home. They have a basement under the original, a full basement under the original home, and then a crawl under the addition, but it's all been perma-sealed. So it's unfinished now, but you could do whatever you wanted. It does have solar, so you're going to have a bill about $20 a month.
$20 a month. That's pretty amazing with an
Right?
electric bill nowadays, let's be honest.
Yeah. So very cute. Biggest bill she's had in the summer, in the heat, like now, $20.
She must run her AC all the time, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Because that house is not that big, honestly. So she's got to keep it cold. My wife
she has
would love it.
health issues, so
Oh, she keeps it cold.
yeah. So
probably.
she kept it pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
This is an amazing, cute little 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I mean,
Yeah.
and the fact that you don't find these 3-bedroom, 2-bath out there, and it's got a nice little 1-car garage.
Yes.
So
yes, it does. Super
Yeah.
cute. And lovely little area.
and it's got a good size yard to it. That's the other aspect.
Yeah, very nice. All fenced in with the vinyl fencing, so low maintenance fencing. There's a library close by, so you walkable, that kind of thing. So really cute area. Very
I see
walkable.
stainless steel appliances
Yep,
too.
stainless.
in the kitchen. So
Yep.
and it's got a nice whirlpool tub in the bathroom.
Yes, jacuzzi tub in the bathroom.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Newer walk-in shower in the master.
And all West Aurora High School. So
Yes.
there you go. So
Yeah.
all right. What was the price on that one again?
That one price is $350.
350,000. That seems like a really good price, especially
a
with the
great
fact that
price.
you're going to get the low energy costs because of the solar panels.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's going to make a huge difference. I don't know if they take that into consideration when qualifying. That's a question for a lender. Like, hey, there's going to be no electric bill here, or a very low electric bill.
Yeah.
Can you adjust that? I mean, granted, what's the electric bill? Usually $100, $200, depending on what.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if they can take that out of the equation.
Well, from what I understand, it's got to do with the debt. Like if they're assuming the payment
Yeah, the payment of the
solar panels, which in this case they are not. The seller is going to be paying it off at close,
Okay.
so they won't have to carry that payment over.
Okay.
But that is a problem.
That is a huge problem, and that's
With
the other
buyers.
that's the other aspect is so the lenders are saying, well, you're going to have to go out and get the second loan, all right, and we have to qualify you for that second loan, but they're still in their statistician stuff. They're not taking out the electrical payment.
Right.
So they're getting hit twice. They're paying for the loan on the electrical panels, but they're also having to pay for. There's an assumption that they're going to be paying $100 or $150 a month on electricity.
Right. Which isn't going to happen. So it should cancel it out, but it doesn't.
It doesn't, and that's a problem with the industry. That's an industry, and I don't
Yes.
think we can solve that here at all.
And as
So-
the industry grows, again, it's technology that's starting to really take off. So now we've got to make laws to keep up with it.
Well, maybe one of our favorite elected officials happens to be listening right now and could want to have a conversation pertaining to this. I'm
Yes.
just saying. Because not only that, the other aspect, and I'm not 100% sure, but last I knew, when it comes to solar panels in Illinois, if I generate $200 worth of electricity and my usage is $150, I have no bill. All right, you pay $20 for some service lines and some stuff, so there's still a small fee to ComEd, but I have no bill. And ComEd technically got $50 worth of extra electricity. All right, that they
Yeah.
got to resell somewhere else.
Yes.
But the next month, my understanding is if I use, same $150 worth of electricity, but I only generate $100, now I owe a $50 bill.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why that doesn't carry over from one month to the last.
Yeah.
That's easy for
Because
electric company.
ComEd gets to pay that extra gets to
use it,
to use it.
but then they're charging it the next month.
Yeah.
There's no carryover whatsoever, and that if one of our elected officials are listening, I would encourage you to look at this because it's really one of the big things. These solar panels are not that easy to address, all right, and they're getting luckily, your client can pay it off.
Yes.
But we've had clients that have gotten
can't
and have gotten stuck in problems because of it.
And then buyers who love the house but can't qualify because of that debt that's owed on the balance of the solar panels. So,
all right, let's hit the break. When we get back from the break, why most sellers are hiring a real estate agent today. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Are you a real estate agent ready to take your career to the next level? Tired of feeling like just another number in the office? It's time to join a brokerage that's invested in you. Exit Real Estate Specialist. At Exit, we don't just offer a desk, we offer growth, mentorship, and the tools you need to build lasting success. Led by Eddie Rudiger, designated managing broker, we focus on helping agents create generational wealth, not just close deals. Imagine having the support of cutting-edge technology, top-tier training, and a culture where your success is celebrated. Plus, with Exit's unique residual income opportunities, you're not just earning commissions, you're building your future. Ready to grow? Ready to thrive? Join Exit Real Estate Specialist today. Call Eddie Rudiger directly at 815-823-5478 or visit www.exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Your future in real estate starts here.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
It's Eddie Rudiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Thinking about selling your home? Don't just list it, leverage it with Eddie Rudiger, designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie puts powerful marketing strategy behind every sale, featuring professional photography, detailed floor plans, immersive 3D virtual tours, and dynamic video walkthroughs that make your home stand out. With targeting online campaigns, social media exposure, and proven strategies, Eddie attracts serious buyers to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. Plus, you'll always be in the loop with clear, constant communication. Ready to sell with confidence? Call Eddie Rudiger at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com. Eddie Rudiger, Strategic Marketing. Stand out results. 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com today.
It's Get Real with Eddie, where everyone deserves the opportunity of home.
So sellers are hiring real estate agents. They still want to work with an agent, versus going for sale by owner.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
The market shift is pretty there. According to the latest data from the National Association of Realtors, the number of homeowners selling without an agent has hit an all-time low.
That's interesting.
Uh-huh. So when you're looking at the market, according to NAR, all right, in 1985, 21% of the market was selling for sale by owner.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, only 6% of the market sold for sale by owner. That is a big shift, and that is an all-time low.
Yeah.
So the 3 out of every 4 homeowners who don't plan to use an agent have doubts about whether they can actually, whether it's actually the right decision, by the way. So even out of that 6%, 75% think they're wrong. They're not sure.
Yeah.
All right? So 2 ways it pays to have the expert in your corner. Number 1, getting the price right in the market. That's changing and evolving. We keep talking about how this market is changing.
Yes.
So getting that price correct is huge. Zillow explains agents are pros when it comes to pricing properties and have their finger on the pulse of the local market. They understand current buying trends and can provide insight into how your home compares to other sales nearby.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the biggest aspect, is pricing. Knowing how to price that house correctly. The second is actually handling and understanding the legal documents, the process. I'm going to tell you the process right here.
Yeah.
Okay? It's this simple. Process of selling your house. Clean it up, do all the listing paperwork, turn around, get all the photography, all the marketing set up and done. Video, 3D, pictures, everything. Get that out onto all of the websites out there, over 20,000 different websites.
Yep.
Okay? Turn around from there, you start getting showings because the property's priced correctly from before.
Mm-hmm.
Not just pricing, but price point. There's 2 aspects to that, in my opinion.
Yes.
Then you get them in the property, they fall in love with it, they write the offer, you negotiate the offer. You sign the document, all the paperwork. All the paperwork needs to go to the attorneys, lenders, other side, everything gets taken care of. After that is done, then you turn around and do home inspections. Property inspection and radon are probably the 2 they're going to do. There's also a mold inspection, there can be a asbestos, termite, and also could be I said asbestos. Okay, yes. So get all the inspections done, get those requests, work that out, negotiate that. Once that's all done, now we're waiting on them to finish their documentation, getting all the docs from title, getting that all scenario taken care of, and getting all of the stuff for lending and appraisal done, and then you're ready to close this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And I cannot tell you the number of ways that things can go wrong.
It's amazing.
In that process. And I have had new things happen all the time. Well,
Yep.
now chalking this up to the book because, this has never happened before.
And after 20 plus years, that's happening to you. So can you imagine?
We just got a new appraisal on a property. We had a bad appraisal.
Yeah.
They issued a new appraisal.
What?
I've never had that happen.
Wow, it must have really.
Yep. It was bad. When I said we had a bad appraisal, because I think I touched on it last week, but yeah, we had a bad appraisal. And we turned around, we got a new appraiser coming out.
And you're with the seller side, right?
Yes, I am the seller.
So that buyer's agent is professional and knew what to do and went to the lender and talked to them.
The lender,
that's huge.
The lender, the buyer, the buyer's agent, the sellers, and me were all looking at what are you smoking when it came to this appraisal. It was just that. And I mean, I would never.
A new appraiser, a bad day, something.
I would never have thought that you would get you can get adjustments, and I've had adjustments before, but I don't think I've ever, nope, we're throwing it out, we're starting all over. That is never, I've never seen
That must have been one terrible appraisal.
The buyer's agent wrote up their response, and I wrote up my response. And it's funny is we both hit on different avenues and different aspects of it. All right. So yeah, it was not good. The other aspect is selling your house quickly, even in a shifting market. I know of a FSBO. All right, sorry, I try not to use that, but for sale by owner, FSOB. So you'll hear a lot of real estate agents call them FSBOs. I know of a for sale by owner, and the sign's been up for over 30 days.
Oh yeah.
The house they have, I probably would have had under contract right now. And I know what they have. It's a great property. It's got an indoor pool. It's got 5 bedrooms. It's a quad house. The problem is I can't market. I'm reaching out to some of my database that are off the top of my head. But the problem is I got 30,000 names in my system. I don't know everybody like that. I know all of my primaries, but like people that come in off websites and stuff like that are just checking stuff out, I can't get that property in front of them without having the listing. But if I had the listing, I think it'd be sold.
Yeah.
Because, I haven't seen it. It sounds amazing. It really does sound amazing. So, but yeah, indoor pool.
Nice.
But they,
there aren't many of those.
No, there's not. So, I mean, it's just a pretty amazing properties. But yeah, that's the difference, is that marketing aspect and getting that out there and having those resources. I mean, the 3D pictures, the videos that we do, everything else.
Oh, yeah. It makes a difference.
I had people going through on my one listing, and the agents were like, well, is it worth it? And I just shot them the video, and they're like, yeah, it's worth it. Okay, we'll set the appointment.
Yeah.
So it really does make a huge difference on getting your house sold quickly in this shifting market. And right now in this market time is key. That longer you're on that market, the less you're going to get, because we're in a market where right now, because it's shifting, everybody's still thinking old school tactics, and that is, well, it's been on the market for a week. What's wrong with it? How could it last a week? Well, because the market is shifting. Normal market time is about 15 to 30 days now. But if you're making it to 15 or 30 days, that's concerning.
Yeah. 30 days is concerning. Now you're going to get taken advantage of. Or people are going to start lowballing.
Yeah, you're going to start getting
days.
lowballing. So, yeah. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie for today. I can't believe we're already here in midsummer. This is crazy. It's
I will
flying.
call it midsummer. Please slow it down.
I mean, seriously. I mean,
we just had the solstice. What, a couple of weeks ago? I'm not ready to.
Friday is 4th of July.
Don't say it.
Friday is 4th of July.
That
wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And have a safe holiday.
Talking about your largest investment, your home, at GetRealWithEddie.com.
Thanks for listening. Eddie Rudiger is the designated managing broker and owner of Exit Real Estate Specialists, located at 2750 Caton Farm Road, Joliet. License number 481014247. For questions, call Eddie at 815-823-5478.